What's going on, everybody? So what we're going to do today is talk about the do's and don'ts of recording. All right, so the first thing that we're going to want to cover is lighting. When it comes to lighting, you want to make sure that you have nice, even lighting. Now, if you're using natural light, that's 100% okay, but what you want to make sure is that you have more light in front of you than behind you, so that you can make sure the exposure of your face is fine. Now, I know my light behind me is very blown out, but you can still see my face, so that's okay. The next thing we want to discuss is making sure you have a nice, simple background. All right, you don't want too much clutter in the background. That is very distracting. The next thing we want to make sure is that you're not shooting too low of an angle. You're shooting all up your nose, and I'm sure you don't want to expose your nose or have anybody looking up at it the whole time that you're giving instructions. You also want to make sure that you're not doing it at a high angle, because what that does is it makes you kind of look small. It creates, just the atmosphere is not the greatest from when you're shooting at an angle that's too high. So you want to make sure that you're at eye level to be able to look right into the camera. And just like I hope you feel like I'm connecting with you right now by looking at you, you can also do the same thing with your audience. So you want to make sure you have soft light versus hard light. Soft light is where you have a nice even layer of lighting across your face, instead of hard light that can cause harsh shadows and things of that nature in the background. And you can create those environments by using simple layers of diffusion. So depending on the light that you have, you can do something as simple as having a white sheet over the light source just to soften it up, and also making sure that the distance that you have between your light source and the sheet, if you're using that, has a little bit of difference, because it spreads the light instead of being very harsh when it's close together. Another thing you can do is, if you have an external microphone like I do here, you want to make sure that you're using one of those and you're speaking nice and clearly, and you want to avoid all outside noise or distractions, traffic, as best as you can. You can get plugins. There's relatively inexpensive ones on Amazon where you can just plug it right into your computer and do that as well. This mic wasn't even that expensive, to be completely honest, looking on Amazon.com, but you want to get the cleanest source of audio that you can for your viewers' experience.